So just to kind of start us off a little bit, tell us about your role, how long you've been in this position, and what you're doing in this role.
Okay, so I have been in this role since March 20th of this year as the university's Vice President for Institutional Diversity. Anything and everything involving diversity and inclusion throughout our campus community. I am actively engaged in those processes. I enjoy working with our students, our faculty, our staff. I work with administrators throughout our campus community, and so really help to envision the ways in which we can actualize our inclusive excellence throughout our campus community.
And so you began this position within the last year, correct?
Yes, March 20th. It was my start date. I'm a faculty here at the university. I've been on faculty since 1992. So I'm a faculty in the College of Education. I'm a licensed psychologist, and I help students to become mental health treatment providers or vocational rehabilitation counselors. So I have served in a number of leadership roles over the time that I've been here. I was the university's academic ombud for 3 years, which was a position that I loved. I had an opportunity to work with students, faculty, staff, administrators, and really had an opportunity to understand the university from a much broader perspective.
What was that transition like for you to go from being on faculty to being an administrator?
Yeah. Well, in many ways, we're talking about leadership, and so in many ways I have always been a leader, always thinking about ways that I can help to advance the campus community for students, faculty, and staff. And so what I love most is that now it's on a much broader scale. I'm able to conceive of ways in which we can make things better for students in ways that are on a larger scale throughout our campus community. And so for me, I have a student's heart. I really have a lot of love and passion for students. In my position as a faculty member, I mainly worked with graduate students. And so as an administrator, I have the opportunity to meet with and impact change for our undergraduate students as well. So that's been really fun.
When you talk about students, your face kind of lights up. You really like that part, don't you?
Oh my God, I love students. And even though I'm a faculty of 25 years, I think the part of me that is a lifelong student is what really resonates most with my identity and the ways in which I try and impact our campus community. So I'm always thinking about ways to make our campus a much better experience for our students. Here at the university, we have our 4 pillars that serve as our guiding principles to help impact the learning experiences of students. And among the 4 pillars is engagement and belonging. And so when we think about diversity and inclusion, engagement and belonging is definitely a part of that process. And so yes, diversity, we want to make sure that we have a diverse campus. We recognize that we have students from around the country, around the world. And so we recognize our diverse campus community. We want to make sure everybody is included in our campus life. But more than diversity and inclusion, we want people to feel like the university is a place where they belong, like the Big Blue Nation is a part of their experiences as well. And so for me, I'm always thinking of ways to make sure that students, they're figuring out ways to maximize their learning opportunities and feeling engaged within our campus community.
So talking about belonging and feeling included, those 2 things are really important when it comes to student success, correct?
Absolutely. Research shows that belonging and engagement both have significant implications for whether a student will remain at an academic institution or whether they will leave and go to another institution. So as it relates to retention and graduation, belonging is a very important ingredient in the success and the retention of our students. And so because of that, we try to make sure that we not only have diversity, we make sure that students are engaged and included within our campus community, but we want to make sure that they really feel a sense of home away from home, so that while they're here, they really take advantage of everything our campus life has to offer, and they feel that the University of Kentucky really is their big blue nation. And so that's what we strive for as it relates to engagement and belonging.
What was your college experience like?
So my college experience, for me, I was from a very small town, and going to college was really exciting. It was an opportunity to get away from my home life, my small little rural community, but it was also an opportunity for me to begin achieving my life goals of obtaining a college degree. For me, I grew up in a family where neither of my parents graduated from high school, and so I really saw going to college as the beginning of dreams coming true, the beginning of making my mark on the world, if you will.
So growing up in Louisiana, before you even went to college, did you ever dream as a little girl that you would end up being an administrator at a flagship research university in Kentucky?
Never thought I would. It's funny, growing up, my dad always said that I should go to college and become either a nurse or a teacher. And I thought, okay, I don't want to become a teacher, so I would go the nursing route. After I got into it, nursing wasn't for me, but I fell in love after my first psychology course, and so I realized psychology was where it was for me. And I was just open to opportunities. I had a faculty member at my alma mater that encouraged me to go on and pursue a terminal degree, which was wonderful. She told me that I had a wonderful work ethic and very hardworking, and so she said, you should go on and get your terminal degree. And it was just really a mind-blowing experience, because I never thought that I had it in me to pursue a terminal degree. I believed in hard work, and I also believed in giving 100% to whatever I put my mind to. And so it was just great that Dr. Miller saw in me potential, which led to me going to Southern Illinois University, graduating and getting a faculty position here. And so in terms of administration, I believe in having a responsibility to give back, to make things better for the next generation. And as an administrator, it affords me the opportunity to really make the campus experience all that it has the potential to be for students. So I try and embody for students what my experience was. Encouraging, inspiring, clearing the path, helping them to reach their potential, recognizing the ways in which they can achieve their potential, and really not just their potential, but things that they don't even see as opportunities that exist for them. If they're just open and receptive, it's amazing the ways in which things can unfold.
And is part of that, from an administrative perspective, making sure that those people who touch students' lives, faculty and staff, are coming from diverse perspectives?
I think it's really important that we represent diverse perspectives. I think for our students, many times coming to college is the first chance they've had to interact with people that are different from themselves. And so I think encountering our faculty and our staff is one of the ways that students are able to experience diversity in thought, diversity in worldviews and cultures. And so I think faculty and staff play a critical role. I always say to students that you will learn as much from your faculty professor as you will from your peers, Peers have a very important role in helping to challenge each other, assist them with growing. I love our staff because oftentimes they are the front line in interacting with our student populations. And so I think diversity as it relates to faculty, our staff, and students, it makes for a much richer, broader learning experience.
So we talked about the importance of diversity and inclusivity, which are really important, and we're ending our walk here at the Jacobs Science Building, where so many students are going to be here taking classes. What advice would you give to students for how to make the most out of this experience?
What I would say to students is be open-minded, seize the opportunities, don't leave anything on the table. Take advantage of getting to know their peers. A lot of times it's safe to be around people that are similar to you, but take the challenge of meeting someone that doesn't look like you, that may not have had similar life experiences. Get to know your professors. Realize that within the confines of this building are many opportunities that exist. Opportunities to learn and grow and challenge themselves, challenge each other, challenge professors as well. And so I would just suggest that they take advantage of every opportunity that this wonderful building filled with opportunities as well as challenges have to offer.
That's great advice. Thanks so much for joining us.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for this opportunity.